Yes, sir.
Within the last 2 weeks in a row, Judge.
Very still isn't nice.
Hey, y'all made a special election.
Hey, that picture stays where it's at.
Still missing a
Should have watched your mouth.
You never know. It's going forever.
Cool.
There you go.
There he is.
Johnny?
All right, we're gonna go ahead and open court. It's 2:02.
Stop it, man. Let me get ready, brother. I'll stop right now.
Heavenly Father, you said in your word that your word is a lamp unto our feet, light to our path, and we need divine guidance as we walk through this life. Lord, I ask you today to give our commissioners and our judge wisdom to work on the budget for our county, and I just ask you, God, to just bless us and give us a great day and a great meeting here in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to you, Texas, one state under God, one indivisible.
Thanks everybody for coming out. So we will open up with the item number 1, which is opening court session for comments from court citizens on items which may or may not be placed on the following week's agenda for consideration. The person addressing the court may be limited to 3 minutes. So we'll open it up to the audience first. Do we have anyone from the audience who would like to address the court? Anyone? All right. Commissioner?
Just that I see that this weekend is our 5th anniversary of Harvey. Something I was just assuming, yeah.
Well, I thought I had to.
I know.
Facebook has a good way of reminding you about those things.
There you go.
Yeah.
Commissioner. All right. Go ahead and move on to the next item on the agenda, which is discussion of possible action regarding items related to COVID-19. Joel is at conferences he left for today, so we don't really have any report on that unless anybody had any questions about any COVID-related items at all. All right, item number 3, which is discussion of possible action regarding payment of August 23rd, 2022 bills approved by the county auditor as per its listings, and also specifically as follows. Item A, $136,512.30 from emergency disaster fund to planning for elevation for services related to DR 4332 TX 036 elevation project. B, $327,923.20 from the TDRA GLO Recovery Grant Fund 0739336530012 to Schulenburg and Polk for engineering services for CDBG number 20-065-150-C. And C, $33,477 as follows. 1, $30,056.56 for administrative services related to CDBG number 20-065-150-C1 and 2, which is $1,425 from the improvement rates fund 026937530 related to the Orangefield Water Services Project as follows.
From the general fund, $607,917.47. Road and Bridge, $20,972.56. Mosquito control, $74,080.96. Adult probation, $2,232. Airport, $2,266.73. Consolidated account,
Trailer and Associates versus Gary R. Trailer. I know he's the vice president owner, but should it not read Trailer and Associates?
I would imagine. And I need to see how exactly they're, sometimes we have to, they're doing business as, and everything.
I
But
know,
basically, that's who.
I know that's what it is, and just for transparency, it's Trailer and Associates doing that grant work for us. So, with that, I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion by one, second by two. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Passes. Item number 4, discussion and possible action regarding approval of a line item transfer of county auditor's office from 001-111-53830 contingency of $15,000 to 001-111-525 postage, $15,000 purpose to provide funds for the remainder of the year. You want to add to that, Ms. Penny?
Yes, just, this is not for our department. This is actually for the county's postage and mainly for us to send out all the tax information.
Motion by 3, second by 1. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Item number 5, discussion and possible action regarding approval of a line item transfer, and there's a correction on this. It's not the election administration, it's actually the airport.
Risk management.
Hmm?
Risk management.
For risk management. Okay. All right, so I got that correction. So it's from 001-118-52110 public safety supplies uniform $10,166 to 002-573-52110 public safety supplies uniform $10,166. Purpose to purchase ANSI ISEA. I know that sounds like a lot of stuff. 107-2010 level 2 class 3 safety shirts, road and bridge department. These are the ones that y'all changing to. The road and bridge.
Second.
Motion by 1, second by 3 as well. All in favor? Any opposed? Item number 6, discussion of possible action regarding approval of a line item transfer and transportation from 036-992-54130 contract services to maintenance $2,000 to 036-992-52300 fuel, oil, gas, and grease $2,000. Purpose to provide funds for the remainder of the year, not only now. Motion by 1, second by 2. Any further discussion? All in favor? Item number 7, discussion and possible action regarding approval of a line item transfer in the road and bridge department from 001-111-53001 Mesa expenditures, which is the Mesa grant, $9,341.59, and 001-111-530 contingency of $7,325.16 to 002-573-57590 equipment greater than $5,000 of $16,666.75. And then from 002-573-54130 contracted service and maintenance of $15,000 and 002-573-52500 road materials of $35,000 to 002-573-57550 repair from construction, etc. Equipment $50,000. Purpose provides equipment needed to fulfill county road repair needs. Anyone add to that, Corey?
Yeah, the second part of it is for mechanic repair work.
What's that first piece for, Corey?
First piece was the
For
trailer
the trailer.
that we approved.
Okay.
They expended all the contingent. That motion by 3, second by 1. I'm sorry, to correct that. Motion by 4, second by 2.
Yeah, really, correct.
You want to really correct? Motion by 3.
Yeah, just squeeze me out there.
I squeezed you better straight in, right out the window. He's
Yeah, that
done.
works.
All right, so I have a motion by 3, a second by 4, so I got it correct. And then, any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Sorry about that. 8, discussion and possible action regarding approval of a line item transfer to Constable Precinct 2 from 001-776-52700 utilities, $475, and 001-776-54130, contract for maintenance for $330, and 001-776-599-999, other $60 to 001-776-51520, public safety supplies of $865, purpose purchase ammunition from Covenant National LLC. Motion by 3, second by 2. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Number 9, discussion and possible action regarding approval of a line item transfer from the district court administrator from 001-252-59999, other $357 to 001-252-52100. Office supplies $357, purpose to provide funds for the remainder of the year.
So moved.
Motion by 4, second by 3. Further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes. Round number 10, discussion and possible action regarding to accept the proposed increases in salaries, expenses, and allowances of the elected county precinct officers for the upcoming budget year 2022-2023, pursuant to Government Code 152.013. I had that on it, posted those, emailed out all the proposed salary increases and everything in it. Everybody should have that during their length of time. And then all the elected officials. So, and that was posted in the paper as well. Yes, sir.
Sorry, Carl LeBlanc, precinct 3. It says on here, an allowance of elected county and precinct officers. What are y'all gonna allow? How much for the allowance?
Well, the allowance on this one would be, the only allowance that we have within the salaries themselves is the car allowance. The vehicle allowance.
How much dollar amount of that car?
So for the court, for the constables, help me if I get this wrong, if I don't have it in front of me. Yeah, we posted it, but it's 200 a month. And then for the court and then constables, and then the JPs and coordinators is $100 a month, $1,200 a year. And then, treasurer and tax assessor was $50 a month for $600.
How much were the constables? I missed that one. 200 a month. Okay, and what's the
It's a 1% increase. It's $100 a month for $1,200 a year for everybody. All.
even the commissioner court?
It's all elected officials here. Right?
How does the commissioner court justify that?
The state gives us the authority and stuff to do elected officials, including.
We don't have to do the rate for commissioner court.
So we wouldn't have to. Any chose to do it for all equally across the board.
And we went through.
Well, I went through the population for 2020 pre-census, and I got all the counties that were comfortable, the Orange County population. And county judge in Orange County makes way more than the other counties do with the same amount. And, our commissioners on our road and bridge commissioners. Hardin County road and bridge commissioners, they got road and bridge, there are road and bridge commissioners. They make like $83,000 a year. And ours is making.
Plus a car allowance.
They sure do.
Yeah, okay. And our county commissioners, they make 74,000. Well, it's on the matrix, 74,256. That was 2020 and 2021. I heard that 2022, well, didn't get it changed. Not only the Orange Road Bridge commissioners, how, what do you go? Why do y'all need another rate? Why do y'all need that? I know one time, a couple of years ago, detail during the budget hearing instead of trying to get comfortable with the other counties on the salaries. But by Hardin County, their judge only make $96,000. Their population is less than
And
ours.
for,
Liberty County population 86,000. Their judge makes 94,000. Commission makes $74,888. And they're not road and bridge commissioners. I called around and asked the commissioners what they want.
oh, what?
They're Liberty County, they're not road and bridge commissioners. They have an engineer. Bastrop County, they're 95,000 population. And their judge only makes $84,000.
Look at their car allowance.
You're not looking at all their allowances.
They get
So they're
phone,
making,
cars, all
I'm just bringing that to y'all's
Well,
attention.
but we
Yeah,
know,
but you're
we're
only
very aware of it.
You're only bringing part of it. I mean, bring the whole deal if you can bring.
Read the whole book.
One brings those.
Right.
Not to say the constable doesn't need a raise. I know they're around all the time. They're driving all the time.
I don't know anybody that's called me. I didn't. Mother.
Motion by 3, second by 1. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next item is number 11, discussion and possible action regarding the acceptance of the proposed tax rate for fiscal year 2022, 2023 pursuant to local government code 111.007. We earlier met in our public hearing about the proposed tax rate. I explained what my rate, what my thoughts are on the rate, what I'm building the budget around currently. So y'all have those numbers, commissioners, that you can look at. And I'm currently building, but we are currently at 0.542 is our current rate, and I'm proposing a 0.532 rate, which is a reduction in our tax rate for this coming fiscal year. Is what I have as a proposal. So,
Does that make a motion to go to proposed rate?
And I'll say,
motion by 4, I have a second by 2. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 12, discussion and possible action regarding the proposed budget for fiscal year 2022, 2023 pursuant to local government code 111.007. So I put this on the agenda. We're not ready to go with the budget yet. We've still got a couple more weeks. We think kind of work through some of the details now that we have a solid proposed rate, but I can use this time to give an update on kind of where we're at and what we're trying to do. We had a list again, like we talked about earlier, of all the different equipment we would like to have. But we're basically kind of coming in with some of those things we know we need to purchase. We're going to try to purchase. And we talked about the raises for the county employees as well as the elected officials. We talked about the rate and give us somewhere, if everything stays pretty true to course, which we think we're going through right now, we're getting tighter every day, it gets a little bit better, but as we start working through these numbers, but right now, we're looking at somewhere between or right at $8 million in our reserve once everything's said and done moving into fiscal year next year. And that's trying to increase some of our budgets of all the different departments, not back where they used to be. We certainly can't get to there, but increasing them back a little bit to where we're not operating on a shoestring like we have for the last 3 years. So that's kind of an update on it. There's some of the equipment. We'll start getting more details on those equipment that we are going to approve. Get to purchase in the next coming year. Some of those things we may not even be able to get because the vehicle back up. We're going to put them in the budget in case they come available. We've got them in there. But that's kind of where we're moving forward now. Like I said, I'll be able to give more details as we move along now that I have solid rate to actually work off of. That's kind of more of an update. If y'all have any questions, certainly try to answer what I can. If you have any questions, just more information. Yes. We're not ready for an adoption of that. We are working through the ClearGov system, which we are going to try to use this year. We're going to use this year moving forward. I think he has that meeting tomorrow as well. I think we're still looking at some of the stuff. Tyler program, see if we can use there. We start putting all those numbers on those 2 operations
wasn't it ready? So.
Well, no, so it was I have to, before I can finalize a budget, I have to know what the tax rate is. So now that I know what the tax rate is really going to be, because we've voted to approve the tax rate, now I can finalize the budget numbers. I couldn't finalize until I know what the tax rate is.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear on that.
No problem. Okay. So there was, like I said, there's no action required on that. It's more informational and allow if y'all have any questions that you could ask questions. All right, if there are none, then I'll move to item number 13, which is discussion and possible action to discuss support of a resolution for the additional measures to protect Texas border and costs associated with the border prices. So this is moving through the counties of the state of Texas as we speak. What this is if anybody has been paying attention to the news or anything else like that, you know what's happening at our borders currently right now. And so what the counties are doing is doing a resolution basically in support of the governor being able to do whatever means necessary that he needs to do and funding available that he can get at the federal level to be able to protect our borders. Congressman Babin's office, as well as Congressman Weber's office, and several other people have asked us to show our support for our governor in doing just that. We support what he's trying to do, and if he can get some federal funding to help it. I will tell you that I have some friends that are down in the Valley area and those counties down there, that one of them DA, one assistant DA. Their increased cost for housing all these people that are coming in that are, a lot of them are good people, a lot of them are not. Being arrested and stuff, and you don't know that when you get in our jail, we are required by law to medicate you, treat you, fix you, feed you, house you. And when you increase a jail's population by 10-fold, that causes extreme. And so with this resolution, basically, is in support of the governor being able to do some stuff to help get
I'm
funding
glad
to
we're
help support
sharing
that.
with others.
So anyway, it has not affected us as of this time yet. We've been very fortunate. We're not close enough to it that it's affected us, but it certainly, when you get south of us, it has. So, in supporting our brothers along the way, and hopefully that get some support. Yes, ma'am.
And I don't know, I'm not being smart on it. Do our police care if they're illegal? Can we tell them if we know where they are? Can they do anything? Or is it like, well, okay,
Well, they can. I mean, they can. There's a process that they have to go through. Tell you, we're not getting a lot of support, hence the resolution at the federal level to do that. Border Patrol is the primary agency that takes care of that. And you talk to any of your DPS people that are being positioned down there instead of in the areas where we're here. Our game wardens are being positioned down there. They're doing a rotation down there, trying to protect and catch as many as they can, but some of them certainly get through. But yeah, they're here and they're illegals. They can't prove documentation, but it's not as easy as that. You just don't get to say you're not. There's a whole process now you have to do, and it ties up a lot of man hours to do that.
I think our officers' hands themselves pretty well tied in that situation. I mean, they can report it to the higher ups or federal, but locally.
If they're doing something illegal activity at
Right.
the time, but for us to go out and actively try to just go round people up, it's not possible.
I
We
really
have
think
enough
they can
crime of our
just ask
own without trying to go catch them unless they're doing something. If they're doing something out there, law enforcement's handling.
crime.
Right. You
But then
you can't just ask them, can
Are
you?
they deported?
DPS, when I was DPS before, I couldn't ask your policy.
Yeah.
Silly, but you commit a crime, yes. You don't commit a crime, I can report it, I've done that. But they're in,
Can they be deported if they commit a crime?
if they commit a crime.
But that's after
But if
we,
I
that's
catch them,
after we jail them, after we
And
house them, and after we medicate them for 2-3 months at a time before that, it does not automatically catch them and you get to send them right back. There's a process, so we have them for a long time.
and you can call it, they report that there's illegals being housed, but it's up to their.
I
Their
have,
supervision
but
comes
never went
from
anywhere.
Washington, most of them are not.
So Brandon, people going over, people, and suspect, you can't ask them if they.
I can, because I can ask them, but the trooper could ask them.
So if they said, no, I don't make documentation, you can't drop it.
No,
As much as we would like to.
Like you.
But that would cost people.
Yeah. He just now got a gas balance.
Sugar man. Yeah, it won't take long.
I think your executive board is ideal, just to politicize. I think it only makes sense that you have to check.
I think so. Well, y'all want me to read the motion or is it in record good enough? It's a long, so I can do either way, but.
Can you give us a quick gist of it?
I'll give you my copy.
Yeah, basically what it is it states the Constitution of the United States gives the governor in the state authority to do whatever means necessary with the Texas National Guard to be able to protect its borders. It allows the governor to do that unless those resources are being used elsewhere, by the federal government. They're not. It also, what's that? Yeah, okay, yeah. So a resolution calling for additional measures to secure the border, stop the invasion at the border, and protect our community. That's basically what it is in a nutshell, with all the different issues that come up along with that. It talks about the amount of marijuana that's conceived, illegal drugs, that calls the county.
No, sir.
Not to be in the resolution, no, sir. What it will do, though, however, is if we had an issue here and the governor does declare it and actually gets funding to help it, if we're in the resolution as well, then we can apply for those same funds as well. It lets us, that's why counties across, all the southern counties have done it, but we're kind of moving up the coast now, so that we can protect ourselves as well. It's show support for the governor to do it. That's basically what it means. Good. All right, so I have a motion by 3. Did I have a second by 2? Any further discussion? Was it you?
I think I made the motion.
Oh, I heard you made it beforehand.
Hey, we're squeezing you out again.
We're squeezing. I'm gonna
I
throw
don't know
you
what's
some.
going on down there
I'm gonna
today.
throw you some love. So we'll give the motion to Commissioner 1, and we'll give the second to Commissioner 2. Is that good? We all good with that?
That's good.
Any further discussion?
Like radio.
All in favor? Any opposed?
You gotta watch our sign.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch her sign, Commissioner.
Goes back.
So item number 14, discussion and possible action regarding the minor plat of Mellow Acres located in precinct 2 off I-10 Peter Road near FM 1136. 20.003 acres being divided into 2 tracts, a 10.003 acre tract 1 and a 10.000 acre tract 2. The plat has been reviewed and approved by the City of Orange and the Orange County Drainage District. Proper filing and reproductive fees have been paid and a tax statement has been provided. Strawberry. All good. Motion. Motion by 4, second by 2. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion passed. We got signed.
Yeah, that one's even slow.
That one's even slower.
Can it possibly be?
$20 sign, that word, the reproduction.
We charge them to do this.
It goes to White Read the graphics for all the different copies that have to go to the
So
different.
replatted,
Yeah.
okay.
It's just the paper
Call
copies
it
of
in the
this,
court.
yeah. There's one to the county for the filing and one to make copies.
All right, we're gonna move on. Discussion and possible action regarding Entergy Power through review, Orange County Convention Center. Mr. Gidry, you want to
Judge Commissioners, this is a follow-up from last week on the generators for the Expo Center. We did reach out to Chris, Commissioner Trahan, tried to call him during our break, trying to get in touch with him, get some information I sent him some emails for information on some of the project, and we haven't heard back from Chris. The proposal was two 625 kW generators for the Expo Center. Their program actually stipulates what they're putting together. It's a new program, shows one generator, but they're shooting for two for the Expo Center. He wanted to know whether or not the court was still interested in one generator if that's all they provide. Now, yes. So we're still waiting on answers from the from Energy, before I can submit that to the court to move forward.
Yeah, there'll be another cost chart doing which way we go 2010 year. So what size is it?
It'd be a 625 kW generator if it's just a single, and of course 1250 if it's there's two of them out there. But their program is a new program. They never implemented this program before, and the program only stipulated for one generator. And I talked to Chris on the phone, and I told him, that do what you can for the county to try to get two, but it's going to be hours above him on how the project goes forward.
Is there gonna be a primary generator?
Yeah, I would think it would be, yes, it would be the
Yes.
first one, because it's actually, the way that one works is, all the fuel is on energy, so it's a better way for us to go.
So of the secondary generator we already own, will be our backup to the backup.
Yes.
Because that is a backup
That's correct.
to our normal generating power, electric power grid.
So, I'd like to table this, put it back on the agenda for next board, because, hopefully we'll have the answer.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You want to say we think about it by the next quarter, or do you want no action?
No, on table, I think we'll have this.
Motion by one and second by three to table this for the next court session. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes. Number 16, discussion and possible action regarding approval of the income standards for the Orange County Energy Healthcare Program effective September 1st, 2022 and through August 31st, 2023. Jennifer Haynes, services up, give us a rendition of.
Good afternoon. Each year, we were required to adopt our eligibility standards. For the past 12 years, we've been at 49%. The minimum we're allowed is 21%.
49% is the current. Your recommendation.
I make a motion.
Motion by two already. Second. Second by one. He's in now. Motion by two. Second by one. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed?
I'm not gonna vote against one.
I didn't think you
Thank you.
would. Thank
Previous
you.
board.
Yeah, that you should. Item number 17, discussion of possible action work regarding consideration and approval of a takings impact assessment prepared with regard to a proposed ordinance prohibiting solid waste disposal in certain unincorporated areas of the county. The conclusion of the TIA is that the proposed action is exempt from the Private Real Property Rights Preservation Act. Possible action including authorization for the county judge or judge for the same. Further action may include setting a public hearing on the proposed ordinance and authorizing publication of the county's notice of intent and notice of public hearing in accordance with Government Code 2. And I'm thinking, Mr. Hermione, you're going to give us a full-blown explanation what all that really meant.
So we previously discussed the court's desire to implement a solid waste zoning ordinance. In order to do that, because it puts a potential restriction on private property, the government code requires me to conduct a taking impact assessment to basically determine whether or not compensation for private landowners is required. Because obviously constitutionally, the government cannot take private property without compensation. So the government code sets out exactly how this takings impact assessment is to be done, which all the way down to which specific questions have to be asked and the order in which they must be asked. So you guys have a copy of the takings impact assessment that I performed using the questions as set forth by the Secretary of State. And the action is deemed an exempt action because it is a public safety, health, and welfare action.
Okay, and this in no way, other than the fact that it's designated that area to be used in the future, someone wanted to come in now and apply for permit. It doesn't impact the use of the people that own the property currently to do what they continue to do.
Correct.
Is there anybody trying to?
There are no pending permit applications with TCEQ to my knowledge.
Yeah, so here's the reason.
And can I just clarify something you said, because you said other than designating these spots that are available, and that does not, the ordinance as proposed does not designate those areas as areas that are pre-approved. They are designated as areas that are not currently prohibited. They would still have to go through the application process. We are not deeming them appropriate. We are saying that they are not inappropriate. Everywhere else in the county, it is a presumption that it is not appropriate. It may still be appropriate. They just have to.
So, put this in layman's terms, this is everything outside the circle.
Yes,
We're prohibiting everything outside the circle, we're just not prohibiting
we're
within the
presumptively prohibited. That is-
presumptively, yes, presumptively, yes.
So just for clarification and why we went through that whole rigmarole, because it's very, but if you do not have a presumptively used area to be used, a company could come in, they could apply for a permit without our knowledge and or approval, because we don't have a side set already in our county. Now, by adopting this makes that anybody that wants to come in, they first have to come through the court to actually ask for that location site or any other site as well. Without having this, that they could be getting a permit right now, and all of a sudden you got a dump boat next to your house, and we can't do a thing about it. This gives us the authority because they have to now come through us if we adopt it.
Correct.
That's what this is about, and that's why we did it.
Do
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have a designated area mapped out for this?
There is an area, yes, ma'am.
Are you gonna share that?
Yeah, it will be posted. The ordinance has to be, the proposed ordinance has to be published, and it will be available on the county's website under the Environmental Health and Code tab. The full takings impact assessment, a summary will be posted in the newspaper. The full impact assessment will be posted on the county's website so that you can see it from there. And the map will be part of the zoning or the proposed ordinance, because today they're not voting on the ordinance. They're just accepting the impact assessment. It's the next step to move forward.
And both property owners, there's two property owners, and they're both aware of what we're doing. They're all, they understand why we're doing it. All right, so I motion by one, second by two. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passed.
Sorry, I see turn the page and there are a couple more actions that need to take place. That was just the vote to accept.
Oh, okay,
the
I forget.
ordinance.
All right,
We
so
also
we have
need-
to set the public hearing.
Yes.
All right, so we need to set, the first says we have to set a public hearing on proposed ordinance and authorizing publication of the county's notice. So, is there a time frame?
The
on that
ordinance
window?
has to be published for 30 days.
Okay.
So I'm recommending that the public hearing take place either the very end of September or the beginning of October in order to give us time for the 30-day posting requirement.
It's difficult to do this, sometimes we get stuff into our paper, we have to post it. I'd say we go with the latter, so you have a date in that October timeframe that you want to look at, or
I have no personal preference whatsoever.
say we do it before a court, so.
11.
Maybe October the 11th, is that good?
Okay.
So we'll post, we propose for the public hearing to be October the 11th. You need a motion to support that?
At what time?
At 1 p.m. What's your deal? You need to be there. So, the next court session will be October 25th. Do we want to push it back that far, or do we want to go in September the 27th? He won't be here, so.
I don't know if there's anybody rushing to
No.
to process with TCEQ is a long one, so I don't see anybody rushing to get it in
If you
under
did
the.
see somebody rushing, could we move it up?
No,
No.
we got 30 days. You gonna be October 25th?
Married,
Oh, yes, that'll be something. What about, September 27th? That'd be tight. We have to have it in the paper this Saturday, and we know how tough that is to be able to get that in the paper.
Yeah, I've already prepared it, so, I mean, we can send it, but whether or not it gets in.
November eighth, and,
just call a special one that works for everybody.
October the 25th.
All right, October 25th. 1 o'clock?
No, I don't think
You're-
it is at
I
all.
can't imagine. Somebody not supporting it.
No.
So public hearing October 25th at 1 p.m.
And authorizing us to publish.
and authorize. So that's somebody. needs
That's
to
a
make
motion,
that
that's a motion.
Second.
Alright. Got a motion by one and a second by two to post the public hearing on October 25th at 1 p.m. and authorizing the notice of intent in accordance with Government Code 2007.042. That good? All right, a motion by one, second by two. Any further discussion? All in favor?
All right.
Any opposed? Item number 18, discussion and possible action regarding approval of proposed contract between Orange County and Gordon and Parker LLP for provision of health and medical services to inmates incarcerated in the Orange County Jail. Gordon and Parker LLP has provided these services at the Orange County Jail since 1999, and the 2018 contract will be updated. Possible action and the authorization of the county judge to for him to sign same and or execute the same. So we went and we actually met with Dr. Parker and his group about they currently do all of our medical need coverages at the jail for us. They're there weekly, and his pay for that as a doctor, he carries all the certifications, all the things that he has to do, liabilities, and all that goes with that. It's not been adjusted since 2015. So we proposed right now it is $5,000 a month, and we proposed a $6,000 a month contract change. Is what the proposal is. It's $1,000 a month. And with, we broke it down, just to give you an idea, he sees on average 10, 15 patients on average every week. If you put that out to a typical office visit, $225, which you would be charging, we're getting a deal. So, because that would be the weekly charge at $5,000, $6,000, as opposed to the monthly. So, motion by 3, second by 4. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 19, closed meeting held pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.374 to deliberate the appointment of the health authority pursuant to Chapter 121 of the Texas Health and Safety Code. Mr. Young, who would you like to be present?
I believe just myself and Ellen. And of course,
Yeah.
with
and,
recording. Oh, and Jennifer.
I saw that. Yeah.